Okay, got everything. Okay. Ah, shit, wrong mask. Okay, whatever. Alright. Hola, welcome to another Triple Threat 420 review. I am Broski04, and today we are going to review the movie that is all the rave right now, the movie that everyone seems to be talking about, and that is because it's a damn good movie. I would know. I've already seen it twice. Uh, uh, hold on, wait. That's better. Okay. Anyways, and the movie in question is Spider-Man Across the Spiderverse. And it's easy to see why this movie is all the rave right now, and that's because it's a damn good movie. A really damn good movie actually. Um um I'm, I don't know. I don't know what to say that really hasn't already that you may haven't already heard about this movie. It's an absolutely fantastic movie that does has its flaws, admittedly, but it's still a great movie. It's even with those flaws, I'd still call it fucking amazing. The animation in this movie is somehow a step up from the previous movie, which was already praised for its amazing and unique animation. And this movie just constantly steps it up with it seeming like there are no two frames that look alike. There's no parts of the film that just look I don't know how to explain it. Like, just everything is so unique and cool. Like, even characters, some characters have like their own special, unique animation style to even further differentiate them. Like, you know how the original Ninja Turtle toys, they all had like they were all a different shade of green on their skin color. They were all a different shade of green to, again, further differentiate them. That's kind of like with this one. Each Spider-Man from the universe has a very unique feel to them. The way that they're drawn, colored, the details that are drawn into them, just to further differentiate each and every single one of them. Like a good example is Spider-Punk, who ends up being one of my favorite parts of this movie. But he's constantly changing color, and he has like any like and just pretty much like any like shapes or anything that you could associate with like punk, I guess. I don't know really know how to explain it, but like any shape, like he's drawn very, I guess, harshly is a good way to put it, like very jagged lines and stuff like that. And then he's constantly changing color from like a black and white look to like from like an old newspaper look to in regular color. He's got like some of his things, like his guitar has an outline around it, which is really cool. And yeah, just stuff like that just further shows that. And also he just looks kind of like messy. He doesn't look he looks messy. He's not very professional looking. But then someone like Spider-Man 2099 has a very future aesthetic, obviously, and has looks a lot more clean, a lot more even, a lot more like even lines and stuff. So that's really cool to further differentiate these characters. So just like little things like that just put this film over the top. And there's a lot of parts where it literally they like they like put 3D. They like make it somehow like a lot of the animation looks 3D and 2D at the same time. I don't know how to explain it. It's weird as hell, but it works very well. It works really well, actually. Um, so this movie pretty much picks up where spoiler section, I guess now. This movie pretty much picks up where the last one left off. Um, but we get to learn a lot more about the other Spider-Man. And instead of bringing back all the Spider-Man that we've already seen in the previous movie, they instead just show us new ones, minus Spider-Gwen and Peter Parker, because they're just kind of main characters at this point. You need Peter Parker Spider-Man because that is Spider-Man, and Spider-Gwen is also like I'd want to say like secondary main character in this series to Miles. So you have him, but no Spider-Man Noir, um, Spider Ham, or Penny Parker actually does make a quick appearance. Actually, she does. I forgot about that. She's like in one. She makes a quick appearance in like one scene. But we are introduced to a whole bunch of new Spider-Man, like Spider-Man 29, like I already said. Spider-Punk, which that one just made me so happy. Sounds like there's a duck outside. Is there a duck outside, bro? That's weird, man. Sounds like there's a duck. Anyways, um, what other Spider-Man are there? We get Spider-Man India, which is a very cool one. One of the universes is called Mumbattan, which is a combination of Manhattan and Mumbai, which is really cool. Kind of similar. If you ever seen Big Hero 6, with that one, with the city there, San Francisco, combining Tokyo and San Francisco. It's kind of like that, but again, Manhattan and Mumbai, which was really cool. I thought that was really cool and very interesting to see. One of the big jokes is like they combine the traffic of India and New York, so it's always packed. There's always traffic everywhere you go, no matter what. It's just full of traffic. That's really fun. The world building was also great in this movie. Like I said, Mumbai was really cool. We get to see a bit of the 2099, and there's like this really cool thing where it's like a road with like all the future cars are like flying on it, but above it, like I guess the sides of it are also like some kind of monorail, and a train goes over the road, so it's like built like an arc almost, and it travels on the same road but like on the side of it, so cars are still driving under it. It's really cool. Um, so the main story with this one is continuing with Miles and playing on the fact, and it plays on the whole thing that um every Spider-Man has to go through the same stuff in order to make them Spider-Man. But Miles pretty much is like, he thinks that's wrong. And the main part is when it comes to in every Spider-Man universe, Gwen Stacy or an equivalent of her's dad, a police captain who is close to Spider-Man, always dies, and that always happens. And another great thing this movie does, it acknowledges literally like almost every version of Spider-Man ever. Like, they're talking about anomalies and everything, and how it's like how the multiverse can get messed up, and they mention Doctor Strange and that little nerd on Earth. I forget the exact number, but alluding to what happened in No Way Home, which is amazing. Um, They acknowledge Lego Spider-Man is a thing. That's so cool. We even see like the Lego universe. So we, and then it shows, and then when like explaining that like things like this happen in every Spider-Man, talking about the police captain that's close to Spider-Man dies. It even shows in Amazing Spider-Man when Captain Stacy died on top of the building with Spider-Man when he was fighting the Lizard. So that acknowledges another Spider-Man movie. It shows Uncle Ben, and it shows all the movies and shows where Uncle Ben passed away. Also, we get a cameo from Spectacular Spider-Man. If anyone remembers that cartoon, awesome. Tell me in the comments if that's a little nostalgia pop for you. It was for me. I got a little excited when I saw that. I love that cartoon growing up. Um, and so explaining all that, Miles realizes that his dad is a captain, and so he's like, "Why can't I do something to stop it?" He's like, because if he tries to change anything, it'll break the canon, and the universe that the canon was broken in will start to collapse on itself. That actually happens in Mumbattan. Miles interferes with a canon event, the police chief dying. Instead of the police chief dying, Miles jumps in and saves him. So Spider-Man India saves his girlfriend, and the police captain also stays alive. So that breaks that canon moment that every Spider-Man goes through. Because it's kind of like alluded to at that point, because the India Spider-Man, he's only been Spider-Man for like, I think it says like 6 months. So he hasn't gone through everything. So he still hasn't gone through everything yet. So that was a key moment in him becoming and learning more of what it means to be Spider-Man, but he never does because Miles interrupted that. And so they're telling him it's just what happens. It's what has to happen. We're sorry, you know. So Miles doesn't want to go through that. He pretty much like, no, I'm gonna I'm gonna save everyone because whatever. And he goes to do that. And also, it's found out that Miles is also an anomaly because the spider that bit him was not from his universe, so he shouldn't exist technically. So that's kind of crazy there. Oh, and also I almost forgot to mention the villain of this movie, the Spot, which holy shit subverted all of my expectations. Like, from just the trailers, I thought the Spot was going to be like a joke character. They even kind of allude to it, talking about how there's a villain of the week. Every week there's a villain that they gotta beat up, whatever. He's just a villain of the week. And that's what the trailers honestly make it out to seem. He doesn't seem like he's going to be that consequential of a character, honestly. But holy shit. Calling him villain of the week pisses him off. And so pretty much Miles, if you remember in the first movie, Miles throws a bagel and it hits someone in the face. That person that hit in the face, he is now the Spot. A bunch of stuff happened. He was in the Super Collider room when it exploded at the end of the last movie, and that caused his skin to turn all white and have these spots on him, which are like portals. And they are also gateways to other dimensions. So he has the multiverse at his fingertips. And at one point, he kind of like loses all of his spots. I guess he kind of like ran out of it. So he makes another Super Collider, like a mini one, to get more spots. And he does that, and then he uses the spots that he gets to go to different universes to get even more dark matter or whatever to build up his power. And he wants to do basically what Miles did to him by throwing that bagel at his face, because he became like this and all weird and everything. He lost everything. He lost his job. His family doesn't want nothing to do with him. He lives alone in the shadows. So basically, he wants to do that to Miles. He wants to take everything from Miles that's important to him And Miles realizes. Oh, and also they have like this weird like mind link thing where like Miles like sees into the future and he sees his dad dying. He sees the Spot attacking the city and his dad dying. So that's why he's like, I need to try to save my dad because he'd know he's gonna die. And the Spot goes. By the way, I want to say I love his animation style because you can see his like, if you know anything, if you do drawing, if you draw people, you'll know that like they'll teach you like kind of like draw like a skeletal structure of it, where you're like this is where the head's gonna be, then line down, this is a torso line, like connect where the joints and limbs are gonna be. You can see that pencil sketch throughout his figure, and it's super cool. Kind of like further, I think it like further brings out the point that he's kind of nothing now. He's literally nothing. He's just an outline, sort of, kind of. I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking too much into it, but that's kind of what I got from it. I thought it was real. I thought that was really cool. And his initially how he looks like how he does in the trailer, white skin with the black spots on it. But when he becomes like, I don't know what to call it, but when he like fully charges up, it becomes the inverse. His skin's now black and he has like very faint white spots on him. I say faint because they're done in like a sketch, kind of like, when you draw a circle, there's like when you just like draw a spot real quick like that, there's still some white spots poking through. That's how it looks on his face and across his body. And then he leaves to apparently go back to Miles' dimension. And Miles tries to go back by lowering all the. Miles tries to go back, but he ends up going to the wrong universe and stuff. I can't explain everything that happens in this movie. You're gonna have to go watch it. So sorry if I'm giving if it seems like I'm giving a broken analysis, but. And I'm still not even getting to everything, and I don't think I'm going to get to because this video is going to be too long and I'm just going to be here forever. So I gave like the main points. You need to go watch it for yourself. It's absolutely amazing movie, and yes, just go watch it. I don't know what else you want me to say. Anyways, this has been my review for Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel for more content like this and other stuff. I don't know. We need to step up our game, I'm not going to lie. And we will see you all in the next video. Bye.